What's going on, everybody? I'm gonna cut straight to the point of what this video is about today. I'm gonna talk about a subject that's kind of personal to me, and I don't really talk about a lot of personal things. But anyways, today I'm here to talk to you about how my mom helped me get my Challenger. And judging by the title of this video, I already know it. Depending how you might see it, you might think that his mom financed it for him, this, that, and the third. You're wrong. And even if you did think that, I don't care. But anyway, this is how this story goes. So back 10 years ago, when the SRT-8s was introduced for the 2008 year, they came out with a Hemi orange, a black, and like this billet silver. And I was hooked. I was 20 years old. I was broke. I'd been out of a job for like 6 months. And at that time, my mom was going through breast cancer for her second time. So during that time when I was out of a job, I was taking her back and forth to a lot of her treatments and things like that. And, just like any person that's passionate about something, you find a way to make something happen. So one day when I was, because like when I seen the pictures of all the new Challengers when they was bringing them back out for 2008 when they did the SRTs, and I seen the Hemi orange, and I remember telling her that one day I will get that I'm gonna get that car because for one, since the Challenger stayed true to its old school roots, that's was one of the biggest selling points, and I just love that Hemi orange just since the days I seen the 69 charge on the Dukes of Hazzard in that Hemi orange. That color is just so, it's just something about that color. But anyways, so I even remember to a point to where I had took her by a Dodge dealership in Tuscaloosa one day after when we got finished with one of her cancer treatments. So I think it was a couple months after that when she was deemed cancer free again, and that's around the same time I decided to go to the military, because at that time she didn't really want to go back to work. She wanted to get a disability, because she done been through breast cancer 2 times. So I couldn't blame her, and that's when 2008 was when the recession hit. It hit hard. I wasn't able to find a job because I was trying to go to a local community college to get my financial aid approved so I could do auto body repair. And my younger brother went for welding. His financial aid got approved, mine didn't. And we both was basically in the same financial situation. So yeah, I was just looking all confused, and that was the last straw for me going into the military. And if you're wondering how my mom helped me get my car, is and that was in 2009 when I was going to do that. So I left for basic training April 13th 2009. So back on April 14th, if I'd have stayed in the Air Force, I'd have been in for 9 years. So about almost a month in, I got a call. It was I want to say it was May 9th, because I had got to make my first phone calls when I had a good amount of time to talk to somebody on May 3rd, because I called my brother, talked to my mom. My younger brother said she was sick, but I just thought it was like a cold or something. So 2 days later, that was Sunday, May 3rd. So Tuesday, May 6th, I had got a call from him telling she wasn't doing so good, so they put up in the hospital. So with that, long story short, with that, they didn't give her that much longer, so they was able to let me go home on emergency leave. So on May 9th is when they had got me ready to go back home. So I flew out of Texas on May 9th. Got to see her. She had went down here because she wasn't really talking at that point. So Mother's Day was May 10th that year. So that was a Sunday. And May 11th, was the day before I was supposed to went back, and it was on a Monday. So I stayed the night with her. And May 12th was as I went back home, my younger brother went up there to see her, and my dad was asking me was I gonna leave out. So May 12th, not May 12th, around 10 a.m. No sooner I said I was gonna go back, leave, I gonna go back and finish up basic. My younger brother told me she had died. So yeah, that was a day I'll never forget. It really didn't hit me until months later. So I didn't go right back to basic after that. So I stayed till after a funeral. Her funeral was on the 16th. I flew back to Texas on the 17th. I graduated basic training on a Friday, June 12th. And pretty much the rest was history. And the reason I say my mom helped me get my car was because she didn't help me financially, because of course if you just listen to, of course, she was, just listen to the story. She had died when I was a month in basic training. But it was just the time that I spent with her from the time she was first diagnosed with breast cancer back in like September 2006. I had graduated high school, earlier in that year. So in the about 3 years I'd spent with her, taking her back and forth to her treatments and everything. Spent a lot of time with her, and it's really what helped me learn a lot. I really got to see what I was made of. I'll be lying and say it didn't affect me too much, because it changed me in ways that only certain, if somebody that ever been through it, they will understand. And it's just one of those things about life you can't do nothing about. I wouldn't wish this feeling upon anybody, to go through that, but it's a fact of life. So just spending all that time with her, knowing what she would want of me, that's how I was able to carry on through basic, push forward to where I'm at now, and to continue pushing forward. And just the way how I seen her fight through like all the the rounds of chemo she went through, the surgeries, it was crazy. Especially the fact that, like, when she first found out she had cancer, the only reason she probably told my dad and me that she had it was because she didn't drive, so we was the only one taking her back and forth. So that's probably the only reason we knew, because she ain't even tell my grandma and her mom until like a month after. So it was just crazy, because like one of the last memories I had of her trying to walk, she was already bedridden. She, they had the tubes on her where she could use the bathroom. She still tried to get up and walk, and I just looked at her like, I'm not going to try to stop you, but at the same time, I don't think you're supposed to be doing that. But it's just seeing what she went through and knowing what she could have wanted of me is what kept me pushing forward. And for that, to this day, I'll never forget, because in my very first Challenger, the 08s with the, that 08 to 2010 model, it had like on the Uconnect where you could put like a picture up there. I think if I can find like how I had a picture of her like up on my Uconnect, I will show you like the picture how I had that set up. And it's just, man, it's rough, but if you got a strong mindset, know what people, you'll find a way to carry on. So no, I was supposed to say she didn't finance it or co-sign anything for me, but it's just how she lived life. What, pretty much the things she taught me is what helped me kept pushing forward to doing what I had to do, it was a motivating, it was a driving force to, it was like me just saying, it was just me, I feel like, for one, just keeping my word, and it was something I always wanted. And the fact that when I did get that 08, I did get the exact one I told I was going to get. So it's crazy. And then even so, it's just, especially with today being 9 years, man, it's crazy how fast time flies, especially, once you can accept everything for what it's worth and being able to carry on. Still think it's cool that I was able to keep my word, but man, there's way much more things I you know, it's way more to life than stuff like this. So, especially, you know, with the day being 9 years, tomorrow being Mother's Day, all I got to say is, even if you don't have your mom there, if you got somebody there that you're really close to, man, just let them know how much you appreciate them, because I'm just getting lost in words, thinking I want to say, but yeah, just spend as much time as you possibly can with them, learn as much as you can, because you'll be glad you did. You'll be really glad you did, and I'm thankful for everything that my mom went through, and for what she did for me, and the fact that I was able to spend so much time with her before she left. Man, it's humbling. Some things, like, you know, just things like that, when you look back on it, can really appreciate you know, like the small things like that, man. It's you just can't form words about it. I was about to say, it makes you feel, I know for me, I feel a lot, you know, I'm kind of choked up thinking about it. It don't make me sad anymore, but still, you can get caught up in the moment. But man, it's just like, I'm just thankful for like the times like that my parents was, especially my mom, was good to me. So it means more than, you know, looking back on it, means more than having anything materialistic or anything like that. So I would say take for yeah, it's crazy, man. It's just mind blowing that, you know, the fact that she's gone, it don't really make me sad per se. Just now, I'm just thinking about how much, it's just crazy how fast time flown. It's 10 years, the day she died will be on Mother's Day, but the 10th anniversary of it. It's just crazy, like, how life works sometimes, but it also works in good ways. If you know how to take a situation, anything like that, and turn around and make it for the better, yeah, I feel like you won. It's crazy that things like that, you learn so much about yourself and other people and people around you. You just learn so much from it. Just bad sometimes that it got to end like that. And that's the reason why, you know, with my license plate, you if you've seen it, now you know the reason why it's on there. And yeah, that's about it. So only thing I got to say, closing this out, thank you for listening to me just go on about this. And it's probably about one of the few times I will ever go personal and share a life story, and just keep pushing forward. Spend time with people that you really care about. And since tomorrow's Mother's Day, don't use tomorrow as the only reason to be good to your mom, do something special for her. Or if you wasn't close to your mom, anybody that's like a mother figure to you, don't use that just as an excuse, man. Because you'll really value the times that you had with somebody like that after they long gone, especially if you taking advantage of every chance you got. So I'm getting out of here. Y'all take it easy.